Hello everyone, welcome to the second devlog made by Aqualood. We had a pretty productive week, so there's quite a lot to cover. Let's get started. We started off the week by making some optimizations. The game runs very well on PC, even inside the Unity editor, but our mobile builds were dropping to 30 FPS in busier areas. Seeing as the map isn't complete, this was a problem. We did a lot of changes that together made the game run pretty well. Firstly, we added level of detail to our trees, since there were about 200 of them. In case you don't know, level of detail means that the model is swapped for a less detailed one when the camera gets further away. If done right, you won't even notice the change, since the model occupies a very small part of the screen. Secondly, we added different quality settings. While you cannot currently change them in-game, we plan on making a small pop-up when first loading the game, asking you what quality settings you want to be using. The biggest factor here was us getting rid of the MSAA, which is a form of anti-aliasing that doesn't have an impact on PC, but has quite a big one on mobile devices. Other than this, we also changed the resolution scale on the lowest setting. It's very common today for phones to have higher resolutions, which make every single pixel less significant. This allows us to render the game at a lower resolution and scale it up afterwards, which saves a lot of GPU power. After testing, we found a value of 0.7 to be as low as we can go for a 1080p screen. Thirdly, there are also a lot of smaller things that we changed. These include optimizing colliders and removing unnecessary geometry from our models. While we knew from the beginning that the goat had to go through multiple levels in order to escape the farm, we weren't sure what they would be. After quite a bit of brainstorming, we were able to come up with 15 levels that we think suit the game very well. We won't be revealing them just yet, but they involve you talking to different animals and completing different tasks. Now with the ideas for the levels done, we had no reason to procrastinate further. It was finally time to start working on the levels. We started by making a list of everything that we had to get done for every level, and I think this helped us stay on track and focus on the given tasks. The first level we started working on was level 3, because the first two levels are just tutorial levels and they were mostly done. For this level, we needed to make the player be able to collect potatoes from the ground and place them in a basket. This was fairly easy to do, and we moved on to the more difficult part, implementing a dialogue system. This will be used in order to communicate with the other animals, who will help you along your journey. We were able to do this task, and here is how it looks now. Every animal can get this script and have their own unique dialogue with our goat. It even includes images. That was basically it for level 3. Of course, we still have to actually build it, but I think having the building blocks to do that was the most difficult part. Moving on to level 4, we needed two things: some animations for the pigs and particle systems when they are making a mess, for which we settled on this. And of course, there were a couple of problems. Other than this, we had to make the farmer. As you can see, we went with a generic farmer outfit, but I think the facial details give him a unique personality. And like our other models, he has no eyes. Don't ask why. After finishing his model, we rigged him and made a few basic animations for him, as well as a very basic AI. We're of course going to be coming back and improving him later, but he works relatively fine for now. As said in the previous video, the barn will have chickens. We ended up making two different versions of them, with different colors, in order to give them a more distinct look. The chickens will become useful around the mid-levels. As for the other animals, we only have to model the sheep. The rest of them are already done.